Apraxia is characterized by loss of the ability to execute or carry out planned purposeful movements, despite having the desire and the physical ability to perform the movements. It is a disorder motor planning which may be acquired or developmental, but is not caused by incoordination, sensory loss, or failure to comprehend simple commands. Causes: Apraxia is most often due to a lesion in the left hemisphere and is typically in the parietal lobe and the frontal lobe. Types: Ideomotor apraxia. These patients have deficits in their ability to plan or complete motor actions. They are able to explain how to perform an action, but unable to imagine or act out a movement, such as brushing your teeth. Ideational conceptual apraxia. Patients have an ability to conceptualize a task and impaired ability to complete multi-step actions. For example, the patients may complete actions in incorrect orders, such as buttering bread before putting in the toaster. Orofacial apraxia, or bucofacial ideomotor apraxia, resulting in difficulty carry out movements of the face on demand, such as whistling, smiling, and so on, and constructional apraxia, the inability to draw or construct simple configurations. The prognosis for individuals with apraxia varies. With therapy, some patients improve significantly while others may show very little improvement. Some individuals with apraxia may benefit from the use of communication aid. However, many others with apraxia are no longer able to live independent. They should avoid activities in which they might injure themselves or others. Occupational therapy and counseling and play therapy may help both patients and their caregivers learn ways to deal with apraxia. However, because people with limb apraxia may have trouble directing their motor movements, occupational therapy for stroke or the brain injury can be difficult. There is no drug that has been shown useful for treating apraxia. In conclusion, for me, apraxia is a very interesting illness that it's not really common, but I have known people that live with it. In the case that I know, there was a kid that couldn't recognize faces. He knew who was his mother, but when he saw a picture of her mother, he couldn't recognize her. So I think that it's something that people can live on, but it's really difficult, and it's for me it's really interesting how uh, can the brain be damaged to that point that you can organize your movements or even doing simple things such as brushing your teeth. How can you can't imagine brushing your teeth? It's a simple action that we do every day, but for them it's difficult. They can do it, but they can act it out, which is almost the same. That is so interesting and wonderful. Something that it is difficult to understand because um, in my case, I can't imagine my life like this. Or even drawing. Drawing is something that you learn since you were a child. How can you draw and have a difficulty with that? It makes no sense for me, but still, this, this is still interesting and awesome. How can the brain be damaged and and how can it affect the the life of many others? Thanks for watching.